Have you ever purposely backstabbed your best friend? Even though Victoria was 2 years younger than me, we'd been best friends ever since we were kids. So when I graduated from high school and decided to join the army, it was a bittersweet moment. Mine and Victoria's dads were veterans, so we both wanted to join the army right after high school. I served for 2 years in my base, and when I returned home for a few weeks in the summer, Victoria told me she had important news for me. We went out for dinner the first night I was back, and she told me she would be joining me in my base. My stomach dropped. I had to put on my best fake smile before congratulating her. Truthfully, I did not want her to go there. I wanted to lie and tell her I was transferring to a different base, but I held my tongue until Victoria told me the last thing she needed to get done was her substance test. That gave me an idea. A few days before she was to get that done, I invited her over. I had made us some brownies, and after she ate them, she quickly realized I made them into special brownies. She started freaking out. "You know they can't find this in my bloodstream. I won't be allowed to join," she said as she wept. But I couldn't find the strength to tell her why I had done it, and so I started crying as well. She started yelling even louder, saying, "What kind of an awful friend are you? Now you want to cry and play victim?" But that just made me cry harder. She left my house that night extremely mad, and when I tried to text her the next morning, my message did not go through. I knew I had screwed up badly, and I knew I needed to tell Victoria why I did this. So I drove over to her house, and as expected, she refused to speak to me. It took me half an hour of begging her to come out before she did, and once she sat in my car, I drove us over to our secret little hangout spot we used to go to as kids. She ignored me the entire ride, but I was just happy to have her with me. And once we got out and sat on the rock, a tear fell from my eyes. "Vicky, I want to tell you what happened to me in that base. I know I should have just told you from the start, but this is so hard for me to say." And I saw her eyes flicker. She was listening. I went on to tell her that I had been taken advantage of multiple times, and even though I reported it, nothing happened. At that base, they are known for covering up the incidents. I was just trying to protect her, but I didn't have the strength to share my trauma, so tampering with her brownies was my way of keeping her safe. Once I finished explaining myself, I turned to look and saw that she was crying. She hugged me and apologized for the way she'd reacted. She knew how hard it must have been for me to tell her after everyone else had just dismissed me, and she respected me more than anything. "I love you," she said as she held me in her arms, and in that moment, I realized I had a true friend for life.